Yo guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. So it's been a while since I posted a video, but I thought I'd jump on and post my forecast for this week, hopefully get a bit more consistent again with the forecasting on YouTube. So I've actually cut down my trading pairs to simplify my trading, and I only trade euro dollar and pound dollar now at the moment. So I'm just going to stick with forecasting the euro dollar and pound dollar. Also guys, if you want to see my forecast for EU/GU, you can also check out the PDF in the description, which I'll have linked there. Alright, so let's jump into it. So we'll start with euro dollar. So on euro dollar, we can see on the weekly chart, we was going down, back last year, midway through last year, but we then broke structure bullish, and since then, which was September last year, we've pretty much been in this upwards move. So we're clearly in an uptrend on the weekly chart. We broke structure once, broke structure twice to confirm the uptrend. So what I'm essentially expecting in terms of a weekly is just for more bullish volume to come into the market and essentially continue for at least for the range extension of this boss 2, or potentially what we'll see is a retracement, and then we'll see that third boss come through. So looking at it right now, that's what I think is most likely, is we're going to see that bullish continuation from the weekly perspective. Alright, so coming down to the daily perspective, what we've got is this most recent bullish break. Now that clearly originated from this area down here. So for me, what I'm essentially looking at is a bullish continuation following along with this range. I think that that's pretty much the best opportunity going into this week. So for me, there's three ways that we can essentially see this bullish continuation playing out. So the first way which we can see it playing out is just immediate continuation. So that's just going to be more bullish candles, just like that. And we'll essentially just see a similar move to last week playing out, where we just get more bullish candles and we continue a bullish move. So for me, in terms of following that move, I'd look to follow lower time frame structures, maybe 15-minute plus, and when it transitions to bullish structure, we can look for that immediate continuation buy. Now, alternatively to that, and if we just scroll down to the 3 hour is what I mark this on. So an alternative to that is for price to essentially start the week with a small pullback. We have broken structure bearish on the 1H, so that essentially indicates, we could see the start of this pullback move. So the alternative to immediate continuation is that we'll essentially follow through with this 1H structure, and that will bring us back down into this 3H order block, and then we can continue out of the 3H order block. So, if we do see the 1H structure continuing and it keeps to hold bearish, then I'll expect price to continue bearish until we get down into this area here. Then we've got this bullish order block to continue the buys with, and that could pretty much happen in a day or two. So it won't really invalidate the overall idea of the bullish market just continuing, but we may just see, that one candle or two candle pullback on the daily to deliver this counter trend mitigation. So they're probably the main opportunities that I'm really looking at this week. You've got the immediate continuation with the structure shift. Alternatively, you've got the 1H structure taking us down to the 3H buy, and then we can continue out of here. So they're the two bullish ones that I'm looking at this week. Now, the only alternative I can see to that is that essentially we'll get the deeper retracement start. So, always once you break structure on the daily or on any time frame, there's the possibility for the retracement to start, for the high to get locked in, and then we'll retrace all the way down here into this order block, probably into this imbalance here. So that's always a possibility in this situation. For me personally, until we see, real clear shift in market structure on the 1H, 2H, I won't be interested in counter trend sells, but I am aware that it's a possibility. So potentially, if we don't hold the 3H, then at that point, I probably will expect price to at least retrace back through the break structure line and at least come, down to this order block here, fill this imbalance. So for me, I'm bullish until we break the 3H. If we don't respect the 3H, then I will expect price to probably keep retracing down into this, deeper into this OB on the daily. But then when we do get down there on the daily, absolutely, I'm looking for buys. So if we do play out with this bigger retracement move, then it'll still be a clean buy for me, even better than it was up there, and we'll go for more buys to break structure again. So that's my plan. Looking at EU this week, we've essentially got the immediate continuation, the interim continuation, and then we've got the full retracement mitigation continuation. But again, if we are going to see this full mitigation play out, then we may get 1 or 2 bearish weeks which delivers the counter trend move, because it is quite a distance, to be fair, and counter trend as well, so you'll probably see less momentum. Alright, so that's EU. So immediate buy, interim buy, and the fully mitigated buy. Now, looking at GU, very similar story, because they're highly correlated. On the weekly, we're clearly in a bullish trend. 1, 2, 3 bullish breaks in a row. The weekly candles generally being bullish. So going down onto the daily, and I'm pretty sure the same on the 2-day, even cleaner on the 2-day. We've had this recent break of structure, which happened last week. Just like on EU, we're now pushing up. And what I'm essentially expecting is pretty much the same thing. So the first thing I'm going to be looking at is the continued buy, and that's just more bullish candles printing on the daily, on the 2-day, and I'll look to follow that on the lower time frame structures. So if we do see bullish opportunities coming in on the lower time frame structures, then absolutely it makes sense, and we can just look for that immediate continued buy. Alternatively, and again, since we've started to see this bearish volume coming into the market, it won't surprise me too much. We could see price come back down to this interim demand zone on the 4H, so this is the most recent 4H order block. Could see price come back down here and then mitigate this order block, and then just continue from there with this overall bullish trend. So that's the second opportunity I'm looking at this week. And then again, if price does fail to respect the 4H structure, at that point I will expect that deeper retracement. And for me on GU, I'd expect the retracement to come down at least towards the boss line, and then we can look for buys anywhere from within there and look to break structure again on the daily. I'd say the only difference really that I can see with the EU and GU, on GU we've got this order block here, which is a bit higher up, so if price does fail to hold this one, it may only tap off the open of the daily order block, which will be this 4H refinement here, and then we can continue out of there. So pretty much this week we're looking firstly at the immediate continuation on GU. Secondly, failing that, we can look for buys out of this area here, and then failing that, I'm still going to expect overall buys out of this area. But of course, if we are going to end up back down here, that's a decent 200 pip movement, so there's bound to be some counter trend structures that we can play along the way. So if we do see that clear, clean structural follow through and we've got nice POIs, then I would be open to the counter trend sell. But again, you've got to be super careful, because with the counter trend sell, especially with the momentum that's been in the market, at any time really, we could just see the buyers come back in and cause the next break structure. So for me, I'm heavily favouring buys on EU and GU, but with that awareness that we do have a reason to come lower and create a counter trend sell move. Alright guys, so hope you enjoyed this forecast, and if you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments. Like I say, I'll have my written version also linked up in the comments. So cheers for watching guys, trade safe this week, stick to the plan, and hopefully be back for more in future. Cheers guys.